And let's try this again. Hello? And let's try this again. Hello? Thank you, nobody. Thank you, nobody, for that. I cannot believe that. Okay, any people who watch the stream regularly can attest. I always do the hello me. Hello me. Do the hello me. There we are, back at you, buddy. The only times I don't are the times my mic doesn't work. I swear to God. Oh my God. Let me start that all over again. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. Well, it was a hello to Paco. Hope he's still here. I don't know if that didn't come through. Hello, Mauricio. Good to see you as always. And I was saying nobody. I totally agree. I wish we had more control over the executives as well. They had said in the dev diaries that, so there's that random event once a year that happens where you can have the option to replace somebody, and it's usually a general. But these guys are supposed to be included in that. But I have to say, in all the runs I've done since 1.9 came out, I've never gotten an option that included the executive. So, but I feel like they got to be adding some control over that. I feel like maybe they just didn't have the time to add that in. But, what else did I say before I realized the mic wasn't working? Yeah, so we went for the premium medals here. Because I realized, I've spent so much time earlier today just, trying to figure out all of the interesting mod stuff that our construction is just embarrassing right now. So we're going to do this. It's going to get us more metals and coal and everything to help us with construction. We added in coal, so we got that. And now we will... Well, yeah, we can sell. We can sell the coal mines that we do own, and the company. Oh, well, they are up for sale. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna get our construction up and going. I would like to bring this stuff up just a little bit, at least that. And then we're gonna add one more construction sector in, so that we can start actually building things. We need more construction efficiency. Oh, hey, Paco. Good, you are still here. I didn't know if you're a GG man. Gotta go. Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Gonna be listening while playing some Hearts of Iron 4. Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Good luck in your run post my timeline here. Oh, look at this. Yeah, switch to secular. Do we have an observatory? We do. So what are our... So we can do pre-modern chemistry. Ah, this is why we're getting all that stuff with glass. Okay. Ooh, sulfur. We won't have access to sulfur. I have access to all of that except sulfur. Early weather observation. I'm playing Equestria Award. Nice, nice. Is this a mod? Yes, it is. Since I didn't want to start a new run since National Awakening comes out next week. So this week we're going to be trying out some mods. So in the session earlier today, we started a run with the Morgenrote mod of Switzerland, and so we're going to continue that today. And then on Thursday, we're going to do a single session with the Australia-New Zealand flavor pack, and maybe add in the Better Politics mod in. I got to test if it works. But right now, yeah, we are playing with the Morgenrote mod. Small team of human computers. Oh my god. Yeah. Do that. Let's add that in. Alright. Anything else we're neglecting? right, good. We're good there. So we'll build the one construction sector. We'll see where that puts us. Let's unpause. I think we're ready for the unpause. Yeah. We can bring some sulfur in. Lead we can build. Oh yeah, we have a lead mine, actually. Your universities. What about them? Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. What is this? Academic focus. Ah. Natural history, mathematical, technical focus. Ooh, I want to get them dino bones, but I also want to, like, discover Neptune, or what are those things? Oh yeah, well, let's have one that's... natural history, and then one that's mathematical. Nice pointing out there, nobody. Thank you. Oh, good call as well. Yeah, see, stuff I neglected earlier today. How are we on wood? We could use a little bit more. Ooh, okay, the Conservative Party won the election. I didn't necessarily want that. Yeah, this isn't too great. What do we want to pass? We can think about that. Rural folk and the intelligentsia. Oh, you know what? Why don't we just keep it exactly as is? Let's change up the voting laws. Plans to establish a newspaper company. Friedrich von Berg of Russia plans to establish its first newspaper in East Switzerland. This will have an impact on relations with Russia. And we'll owe them an obligation? Yeah, let's not do that. We can build our own publishing industry. Yeah, right? Did you see that? That innovation? Let's see. Yeah, so this really affects it. And then we get this progress toward these things, which will also help towards our innovation as well. So we do get quite a bit of stuff here. Look at this. We're only utilizing, like, half of our trade capacity. Okay. So we now have the ability to make fertilizer plants. We don't necessarily need them at the moment. We really do need instruments, actually. Wood and fabric. Well, let's do one in West Switzerland. CA. What does that mean? Their private sector building. Oh, good. We're gonna get some glassworks. We're gonna get some furniture. Yeah, we could really use some sulfur. Oh, and okay, we got this. So let's build one more. Well, now it goes down, right? But I think we can afford it. You could use the trade capacity for subventions on shortage goods. We can. The problem is, I want to utilize our budget for construction, and we need so little of this. I feel like I guess, yeah, let's put a small subvention on the import. And we'll see how much it actually costs us. I guess maybe I was being a little too precious with that. Yeah, our trade policy could use a little bit. We're on mercantilism. Ideally, we could just go to protectionism. But I do want to get to universal suffrage to change the voting laws a little bit before I have to boot the intelligentsia and the rural folk out. But we're at contested government, so I think we're okay for now, even though they didn't win the election. Ah, okay, oh, yeah. This is great. For all of our shipyards. All of those Swiss shipyards that we have. Now, one thing, you know, we could try to go for here. Oh, whoops. These are all the Morgenrote achievements. Yeah, here we go. As Switzerland, make more than 10% of your GDP from money transfer through treaties. So... Yeah, mercantilism's very export-oriented. So, ideally we get on protectionism because I would like to be able to tariff things to really manipulate our market instead of going to free trade. Alright, so now we can get another company. So now... I kind of want to go for the Swiss publishing just to try out something with the mod. But we need 5 levels of paper mills. So... yeah, we're doing 2 more. 3. Might as well. Let's do it. Honestly... we could really use some of the other stuff, but let's get that company in there. Get ourselves a prestige good. Yeah, right? Prestige paper. See, the other thing I was thinking about with prestige paper is, so we have negative 15% state construction efficiency in both of our states. So if we can keep high bureaucracy, we can get up to plus 10% state construction efficiency. So if we can get something like prestige paper to use in our government admin buildings, that would be beneficial. The throughput bonuses on universities and government admin is so nice. Exactly. And then on top of that, we could start to really earn a lot of money from the export of paper. Where'd that company go? And then we get a throughput on the publishing industry, which is a new building for the mod, so we can play with that. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. You know, after the last dev diary where they talk about the art of the game, I've been promising myself I'm going to remind myself to zoom into the map more often. Yeah, because look, we have like our coal mines. It's supposed to really show you, like, represent what your industry looks like. That's Luxembourg. Oh, now we're in France. Yeah, here's Zurich. Oh yeah, everyone needs a ton of paper. Yeah. They need a monopoly and a foreign investment rights. Yeah. Well, the problem though with giving them a monopoly is it makes the good more expensive in your market, and considering our government admin buildings will be the ones buying a lot of it, and our universities. I don't want to make it more expensive. I would give a monopoly to a company that has like a luxury good that people will buy, but anything that has like goods that we're going to use in the construction sectors or anything the government has to buy, I don't necessarily want to give them a monopoly and make it more expensive for us. A traditional publishing house in West Switzerland is on the verge of bankruptcy. The competing publisher has made an offer that would save numerous jobs. However, he is close to an opposition party, more precisely the Evangelical Church. If they save the company, why should we put obstacles in their way? Oh, wow. West Switzerland permanently gets negative 10% throughput on the publishing industry. That's not good. Or a permanent +2. Yeah, the game is so detailed, it's crazy, right? Right? It's just nuts. All the little details. The way everything kind of affects everything else always boggles my mind in this game. All the little decisions you have to make. It's like when I see people post things like, oh, the game pattern is the same every run I do. And I'm like, that's because you're making the same little choices every game. That's what happens. Oh, let's look at this. Okay. So we would need more tools, coal, and paper. Oh, that's the other thing that company, the printing press company, we can also give them tools. A penny press. Haha. I love that they added this in. Oh, lowered education access. A business newspaper. Oh, look at that. But minus 15% throughput. No way. I just played my first game as Mexico after playing a ton of Prussia. Totally different experience. Thank you. Yes, thank you. That's why I'm always like, how do you have the same run every time in this game? That's crazy to me. Ooh, hold on. Okay. We're going into a bunch of debt. Alright, so maybe the 4 here was not the thing to do. Let's slow down for a second. Maybe we can sell... Same thing with the publishing industry. Actually, no. See, what I don't want, I want those. Yeah, we gotta, oh, yeah, we gotta hold on to them. Because I want them to go to the company. Why are you guys not buying this? Just everything must go. My only guess is that they don't really understand the mechanics, so they think it's just passing laws on CD Simulator 2025. Yeah, basically, right? Or it's like, I think a lot of times people get too much into the trap of this game is just all about getting the highest GDP possible. Which is a major aspect of the game, don't get me wrong, but there are other ways to play the game. Jeremiah's Got Health, a local writer, is becoming more and more known. Surely he has a great future ahead. Okay. Something I would love to do in this mod, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, is create FIFA. And hold a World Cup. Doesn't tell me, though, how you do any of this. Alright. So we still have road maintenance going, right? Alright. Oh, yeah, you know... Let's encourage the resource. And look at that. That was what we should have been doing. I always forget about that one. My last United States run took a fascist turn. I stopped because it was getting too real. Yeah, those are always tough runs when suddenly you realize you made one decision here, one decision there, and next thing you know, you're just like full-on fascist. But that's what's great about the game, is that you just make little decisions here and there, and then next thing you know, you've like spiraled into something. Thanks to the support of Guilherme and Henri Dufour, a well-known surveyor, the process to create the topographic map has taken a huge leap. Alright, awesome. A portrait of Karl Friedrich Scharner is still missing from the official gallery of Switzerland's heads of state. Martin Distelli is considered an obvious candidate to properly showcase the ruler. Ooh, wait, what? Well, we certainly can't afford to pay that. Yeah, sorry, we ain't gonna do that. Alright. What do we got? More sheets were published. This time the focus lies on the huge canton of Grisons and the Rhaetian Alps. That is a beautiful portrait right there, though. Alright. What are you guys doing? Ah, so we should have another glassworks now. Let's see how that's doing. Okay, good. Now let's do leaded glass. Yeah, and we can stop importing it. Let's create a little bit more of a need in our urban centers. Let's also create more of a need for gas streetlights, or for coal, that is. Get our company building. Although that being said, alright, I suppose we'll go high taxes for a little bit, just so we can lower the amount of debt that we have. Okay, we got the petite bourgeoisie happy, so we are getting a discount on the loan interest rate there. But we do need to be mindful of our debt here. We do have a problem here. Newspaper and book shortage. Oh, now we can get this? Alright, well then, let's do it. Swiss Publishing. Let's see who we got. Gottlieb Zuberbuhler. He's a biologist. That's pretty cool. Nothing that'll help us for a company, though. Yes, let's give you tooling workshops. Now this one, once we get the prosperity bonus, we'll give them trade rights. Alright, so... yeah, see, so who Who consumes this? The university and the pops. Rotary press. Okay. Okay, so we do want to make some deals, some treaty deals. So I wonder... Alright. Let's do some goods transfer of... No. How much money will you give up? No, not goods. Like nothing. Damn. Yeah, we got some stingy deals in this run. Yeah, look at that. God, what is their problem with us? Diplomatic stance. Ideological difference. Ah. Excellent. Alright, let's add that in. So right now we're at plus 2.3 in that. Okay, plus 4.6, okay. An influential faction within the petite bourgeoisie has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of universal suffrage. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. We can give the intelligentsia a little bit more power. Or a pop attraction, I mean. Let's do it. You know, Spain, giving you investment rights has proven to be useless. Let's see. What about a goods transfer? Oh yeah, we can't. Hmm. Well, alright, let's just give you some investment rates. We'll do it for 10 years. I don't want to do too much here. Yeah. Yeah, they're not going to give us an obligation. They know what they got. Alright, so maybe we'll get something there. I am thinking we really do need to get the... Can we take them on? 32. And we can get 43. Would be nice if we had an ally. Do they have a rivalry with anybody? No. Let's begin damaging relations in preparation. We certainly aren't going to be doing anything till we get these arms industries and artillery foundry built. So, oh yeah, so one thing we do need to do, we only want the line infantry in West Switzerland. It has been 5 years since the industrialists asked us to construct the first railway line in our country. We couldn't finish the line on time. Surely this will affect the industrialists' view of our government. Oh, come on, guys. I'm trying my best. For his newest work, Rodolphe Topfer was able to convince the painter Martin Destelli to contribute some illustrations. The first completed illustrations are incomparably beautiful and have thrilled Topfer. Okay. Okay, so. Hey, Jacob, what's up? What's up? How you doing? How are you? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, good. So they're all in West Switzerland. So now, oops, let's build 5 artillery in East Switzerland. And then we'll put these guys. Let's get the instrument workshop off of there. So that maybe the private sector will build it. There we go. So after universal suffrage, I'm realizing, you know, we really should go for National Guard so that we can get more conscripts, which we're going to need since we're on National Militia. The world-famous pianist Franz Liszt has chosen our country as the next destination of his European tour. The theaters and opera houses are already fully booked. Where are all these screaming women suddenly coming from? Irrationalism. Nice. We get some tech spread on that. All right. All right. The budget is looking a little bit better. Not great, but a little bit. Although, yeah, I forgot we had to up to high taxes. Oh, we have... Okay, so yeah, we have that company now. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they took those. Okay. Nobody wants to buy anything. The appearance of a composer has led to an unprecedented, almost hysterical public enthusiasm for his work. People have nothing else in mind. Okay. The armed forces are questioning the wisdom of relying on weapon imports from Prussia, an acknowledged threat to our nation. We will set up domestic arms. Yeah, fine. That's literally what we're doing right now. This will be easy. Oh. Hey, we got a chemist. Dr. Galissard de Merignac is a promising talent from the scientific community. He qualified as a chemist. He will be useful to us. Artists from our nation were invited to the newly founded General German Music Association. A discussion immediately arose about whether we belong to the new German school or whether we defend the conservative idea of music. So we get some prestige. I'd rather get this stuff. Hey, Karloff. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How are you? How are you doing? So we're moving down there a little bit. Nobody wants to build here. I don't understand why. We have plenty of people to employ, and we have infrastructure. An internal investigation has discovered that a government official received many gifts from Filippo Nairetz on behalf of the Oh, nice. The Anti-Piedmontian League. No, we'll take that. Though previously opposing the universal suffrage laws, Melchoir Valar has considered the rural folks' political position and instead offers support. Who is this guy? Our intelligentsia guy. Alright, sounds good. Best night ever. Why is that? Why is that? Share. Please share. List ended his stay and thanked for the hospitality. He will continue in Austria. See, I don't really see what that gave us. Interesting. Ah, okay, we have the arms industry. So let's put it up for sale. Yes. Okay, so now we're gonna have to start getting some hardwood. How's our... Ah. And we're gonna need the same thing here. We're gonna need these before the barracks. Unfortunately. I mean, I probably should just set one of them, but we have a building in both that needs it. Though Mappy isn't the greatest at the moment. So I think we will do this. Alright. This place has been suffering from a flood for like ever. You know, we're always losing the fancy clothes. I don't know what the deal with our fancy clothes is. Alright, why? Do we just not have a lot of use for lead yet? Yeah, see, we could use more use for this. So let's import that. This will give us more demand for our lead. A new architect. Melchoir Berry is a promising talent that can become our architect. Okay. Let's take a look at all this stuff. So... Okay, so what do we need? We have a civil engineer, we have a chemist, we have an astronomer. This is good. So we could use a geologist and a paleontologist. physician, an archaeologist, and an anthropologist. So do chemist, engineer, or geologist. I guess, yeah, we could use the geologist. This we can't do much with yet. And then the sports one, gaining nothing. Too bad I can't bring back that Morgenrote journal entry at the beginning. Good. Okay, our company's finally going to build something. Oh, well, they're starting to build a bunch of stuff. This is good. Of all things, we have a shortage on fruit. And these instruments. Can we not just, like... Please, just import some for now. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So that one will make the liquor. This one will make the apple orchards. Though I believe this is going to give us... Yeah, that. So now... Yeah, we really could use some fertilizer. Though we won't have sulfur. But we'll import it. We'll have a deal for it. Personal philosophy. Yesterday is the past, so you can't do anything about it. Tomorrow is the future, and it's not here. So the best time we can have is right now. Sorting out... What was that screen? Oh, which one? Which one? I feel like you might be referring to, like, these, right? So we're playing the Morgenrote mod. And so this is, like, this is what the mod is all about. Adding science, arts, and sports, cultural stuff to your game. Jabba, hello, I'm back. Yes, welcome. This time you're right here at the beginning of it. Good to see you. Karloff, yeah. So this is like the one of the main things about this mod. So it adds a whole bunch of like cultural and scientific stuff. So you have like a civil engineer, and we get events that pop up because of all this stuff. Ooh, can we theorize an element? In his recent research, Dr. Galissard de Merignac has determined that, given current knowledge, there must be other unknown elements. It is still unknown how exactly these can be determined, but a hypothesis should soon be formulated. Hey, hello. It's a shame to be Switzerland and not have your own rock climber. I know, right? Everybody keeps coming here asking to climb our mountains. And for some reason, we can't do anything on this tab. I don't quite get it. That looks like an awesome mod for more storytelling. It totally is. It adds so much complexity to the game. There's so much more stuff like to deal with in the game. It's amazing. New sheets published. More sheets were published. This time the focus lies on the many cantons of central Switzerland. Gottlieb Zuberbuhler has instructed his paper to target the rural folk currently occupying ministerial positions in the government. He has launched a veritable witch hunt, and the newspapers sell better with every sensational headline. Interesting. So this guy wants to take down the rural folk, huh? Yeah, let's get throughput on newspapers and books output. Our surveyors nearly got lost in East Switzerland, but a few locals were able to help them and even offered a place to stay and information on the fastest paths. This will surely help the map to get finished faster. Yeah, there's also a bunch of like new buildings you can create too. So we can do an opera house, and there's like some new goods that you can make. So like instruments for that, an art gallery, a national library. I think the Arts Academy also creates different things. And then there's some things here, yeah, like the instrument workshop to make instruments. It's very cool. I think, though, it would probably require quite a few runs in order to fully get. Let's see. I really need to bring these taxes down. But we need more stuff. I also would like to get this fully up and running. So East Switzerland has a bit of a deficit there. I wonder why. While they were surveying from one of the tall mountains of East Switzerland, our surveyors were surprised by a thunderstorm. It stormed and poured with rain. The surveyors sought shelter in their tent, but a lightning strike killed one of them and injured the other. My God. My God. My God is right. I don't get, though. Feel like there's a couple bugs in it, though. Like we're supposed to be getting 4.4 points of progress on this every month, but we're not getting any. I don't know why. In the midst of the debate surrounding universal suffrage, one of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the intelligentsia, has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret to the author's desire for the law to be passed. Yeah, let's take enactment success chance if we could just get this already. A few women applied to study at one of our universities. Now the question arose whether it is legal for them to study and what our government's official stance is on studying women. Let them study. Oh my God, women belong at the hearth. Yikesies. Yeah, I think one of the other nice things, though, about the mod is that they updated it for 1.9. Oops. I found, when looking for some mods to play this week, a lot... I'm surprised how many mods have not been updated. Like, I wanted to try Cold War era. And it seems like that one is not fully updated yet. Some of the comments on it were saying people were finding still quite a few issues with it. The West Switzerland newspaper, The Bulletin, is reporting nothing but speculation about the accident at a lead mine in West Switzerland, unnecessarily fueling social unrest. Ooh, I don't want to take the bureaucracy hit. All right. Yeah, let's sell these guys. Let's bring taxes down a little bit. All right, so we get these logging camps situated. So I think now, yeah, we have a really expensive logging. You know, if you look at this, it probably was a dumb idea to do this. We'll lose 49 hardwood. Well, let's build all of these and then we'll see how we can sort it out. All right. Oh, all right. So we are at the hour mark. So we're going to take a quick break, pay homage to the gods of ads, so that nobody misses any action while the ads are playing. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break, go to the bathroom, get a drink, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back, and we're off. Okay. All right, so what are we trying to get to here? What are we trying to get to? All right, we got taxes back to a normal level. Our interest has gone down considerably. Oops. Now, we could also look at... Yeah, not great there. Alright, we got general staff. That's good. Because we might go after Piedmont so that we can get to the sea. Skirmish. See, if we could build munitions. We have the lead. Oh, tell me we're getting... Oh, excellent. We're getting tech spread on percussion cap. Fantastic. So we'll do central banking. Alright. We need to get some stuff here. Water tube boiler. Yeah, we should be... God, why aren't we doing that? Get that. Let's get modern astronomy, just because. Why not? Okay. Yeah, tools are pretty expensive. But our company is building them, so thank you for that, company. Oh my god. This law, no matter how high the success gets, we're never going to get it. Alright, how are these guys doing? So these guys are doing okay. Yeah, the publishing, we need to figure out how to make more of a demand for that. These guys... Look at this. Productivity sucks. That's because we've got a ton of this stuff. So, let's maximum there. Let's get a subvention on exporting it. Let's export a little bit of this. And let's export a little bit of that. And see what we get going here. Now, what can we get? Okay. The Ottomans. What's the chance we could get? Well, let's improve relations. Can we get trade privileges with them? They want investment rights on us. Okay, so not so much for that. Who else? Oh, Austria. Right next door. We got irrationalism. So we can create this building that just gives us prestige. Okay. Researchers at our observatory have observed unusual solar activity associated with sunspots. Fascinating. Furniture makers all across West Switzerland are famously using the hardwood found in the local forests. Oh, good. Do that. Okay, here's a possibility. And some goods transfers. What would you take? Yeah, create more of a need there. Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't want to do that, though, because of that. Well, let's see what happens. 35% and going down. 40%. Let's see what they say. All right. Well, well, well. What else can we sell you guys? Oh, yeah, let's sell you a bunch of wood. A bunch of hardwood. Okay, let's pause because I don't want this getting worse. Would you give me any money? Yeah, nothing of significance. Actually, I don't know if I want to sell that. I'd rather sell something like, yeah, like this. Yeah, they really don't want that. No, I'd rather sell something that's going to help one of our companies. So let's sell lead. We don't have enough of a need of that. And we'll do this for 15 years. How's that? Ah, come on. Jeez Christ. Cholera, one of... Oh, woof, there we go. Okay, so that was just the second rejection on the previous one. So that, the treaty did actually go through. Cholera, one of humanity's worst scourges, has spread to one of our cities. Dark times have begun. We must expect it to spread across the country and take its toll. Well. The one nice thing is we're getting this 20% throughput bonus from, like, events from the mod. So we're getting 3 extra construction points from it. Although, yeah, our construction goods... Ah, universal suffrage. There we go. Our construction goods are still a little expensive here. I wish the company would make these a little cheaper. So if we look here, we have an extra 35 of that. Ooh, we really need clothes. We need an additional 18. We need an additional 20. If we switched off here, we'll lose 82. Now if we switch this, so we'll net lose 50. Yeah, I think our best bet is to just build up. Our surveyors nearly got lost in West Switzerland, but a few locals were able to help them and even offered a place to stay and information on the fastest paths. This will surely help the map get finished faster. Excellent. Now the railways. As much as I would like them, they're not immediately needed. So let's do these guys next. And then we'll do those guys. Okay, what is the deal with the artillery foundry? Yeah, East Switzerland. What's going on with iron there? The Free Democratic Party. Oh, yeah. So now... What was it I wanted to move to? Oh, yeah. National Guard. So we'll have to get the other party in there. The rural folk like this. So let's switch to protectionism. Let's switch to protectionism, and then we can put the other party in. And then go to National Guard. I love playing the entire 100 years and wanted to ask, is it normal that in the late game, 1910 plus, there's almost no tech spread? I assume because I am ahead of everyone, so there's nothing to spread. Yeah, that's pretty much why that situation would happen. If you're like ahead of everybody else, yeah, there's not going to be much to spread to you. So it means you've really eclipsed it means you're spreading to everybody else. Unfortunately. The Liberal Democrats' anti-alcohol policy is hurting their electoral prospects as scores of thirsty voters flock to the Conservative Party, hoping that a changing government will see an end to the country's temperance policies. Yeah. I guess we'll have to do that. Although I will say, I wouldn't say it's normal that happens. I think in the sense that I think you've done really well. That's kind of what I mean. So well done, well played. More sheets are published. This time the focus lies on the southernmost canton of Switzerland, Ticino. Okay. Let's zoom into the map like I said I was going to do. Melchior Valar has criticized numerous decisions made by the leadership of his own Liberal Democrats, calling Jonas Führer excessively cautious and unwilling to address critical issues. Well, geez, buddy, why do you gotta be such a jerk about it? We'll take that one. I currently have 2 tech spreading, up from 1 a few minutes ago. And yeah, I love to tech rush. I always go, if there is nothing to build universities. See, I wish I had that instinct. Because like in many of the videos I make, I'm like, don't fall behind on tech. Build your universities. But it is the one thing I always got to remind myself to do. Build those universities. Get ahead on tech. So yeah, it's such a great strategy to do. I wish I remembered it more. A local publisher has been publishing Heinrich Ritz's foreign works for some time. Critics agree that this pulp literature is highly questionable and has a damaging effect on the quality of our book market. However, this kitsch is selling wildly. If people want to read it, then it can't be that bad. Well, let's go with the extra literary tradition, because let's just play into the mod here. Especially, like, with small countries, when you're playing as a small nation, I think catching up in tech is vital. Because so much of the game is exponential, and as the rest of the countries start getting more tech, I feel like they start to pull ahead of you even faster. So when you're a small nation, you really need to stay on course with tech more than anything else. Raw goods industries in West Switzerland are reporting a small spike in goods production at our logging camps, which has led to an extra stockpile being available in the state, and there's now potential to reinvest it back into the state. Excellent. Emile Burnett of the Evangelical Church has been seen preaching in favor of the Conservative Party, convinced that their victory has been foreseen in God's plans. But what about the Free Democratic Party? This afternoon, Karl Friedrich Scharner, leader of the rural folk, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of protectionism. Excellent. Also, now that you say that, we haven't done a university in a little bit. Yeah, we only have 2. And we're going to build a couple more because we have the paper company. So let's create more of a need to build more paper. Yeah, see, more paper in West Switzerland would greatly help us. It's so funny we're on mercantilism, which is more focused on exports, and yet we're just importing like crazy. We really need to be building some textile mills. It would help a lot. The exponential part is so true. You build one tool workshop in half a year in 1836, and 90 years later, a 100th stack of automobiles factory in the same day. It's basically a different game. Yeah, oh my god. Isn't that the truth? It's crazy that, like, when you really start deficit spending, and you really start getting to, like, massive construction points, you find it difficult to keep your construction queue like populated with stuff. That's like the hardest part of the late game. Finding stuff to build. Increased sightings of anti-Piedmontian League members socializing with lawmakers at restaurants and entertainment establishments are raising concerns about lobbyist conduct. What is our legitimacy? 57. Who's in the anti-Piedmontian League? Oh. Well, sure. Let's make them happy. Yeah, let's get these universities. Catch up a little bit here. This will help us. Actually, almost out of debt. Let's see, pencils. Also, the priorities, everything from economy, military to Diplo, shift a lot within a run. That's one of the things I love so much about this game. Yeah, it's crazy how that happens, right? Like your whole strategy kind of shifts from. It's kind of like, well, it's kind of like simulating the Industrial Revolution, right? Like at the beginning of the game, you're trying to industrialize. And then it's almost like in the second part of the game, you're trying to find a use for all this industrialization. Like to turn it into like something that benefits the well-being of your pops or keeps your GDP growing high, which ours is not that much. So look at our budget here, actually. We're not bad. We actually can afford another construction sector. But we're at the point now where we'll do this a little slowly. So we'll do 1. The Free Democratic Party. By a landslide. Well, good. Look at that. Can we get the industrialists in? We could. Let's do it. The rural folk and industrialists in the same party. So he's a balloonist? Okay. You go, buddy. Political strength of bureaucrats. That's pretty good. Last point. In 1936, you have such insane growth, but in real life, this continued and exponentially grew basically until now. You know, that's true. And reading that makes me think I've never actually gone past 1936. Like, I know you can continue playing the game, but by the time I reach the game over screen, I'm always like, yeah, okay, this run's done. I'm also at that point kind of over the run anyway. But I wonder what it would be like to just continue a game, just to just keep going, to just see what levels you would get to, and just see what year you could get to. It's kind of I wish there was like I know the next game, Hearts of Iron 4, is just like it focuses a lot on World War II, rightfully so. But I wish I could just continue Victoria 3 like into the 20th century. A world-famous writer has paid homage to our country. He is currently on a reading tour. A writer from Schwarzburg. Okay. Let's do that. Law advancement. There is there was a mod I found when I was looking for mods that starts the game in 1992. I forget what it was, why I didn't add that in. Because I was going to add it, and then there's something I saw. Maybe it was that it wasn't working well with 1.9. Something like that. Alright. Yeah, look at this budget. We can afford more. World-famous writer Rodolphe Topfer and our national writer Helmuth Raschenplot met at a book launch. The exchange was obviously very productive. Ooh, okay. I had a game in 1940 because in the middle of liberating half the U.S. Oh, because I was in the middle of liberating half the U.S., but the game gets insanely slow, I can imagine. It's just not built for great powers with 1,000+ armies and 10K+ construction. Yeah, right. I can imagine. The game already has its issues when you get to the end of, like, get it close to 1936. I can only imagine if you keep going to, like, 1940. Oh, thinking about an element. After extensive studies and investigations, Dr. Galissard de Merignac postulated that there must still be an unknown element. The chemist calls this hypothetical element number 69. However, it still awaits discovery. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I know there's a Vicky 3 to Hearts of Iron 4 converter tool, but I mean, I want to continue like the Victoria 3 game into like the Hearts of Iron 4 era, and continue to like work on economy and stuff. Like, I wish I could play these mechanics in like different time periods. Although I guess it does fundamentally change the game a bit since this is so built toward the Industrial Revolution. But I remember before 1.9, I tested out like things like Cold War era. I never did a serious run in it, but I always want to get back to it. But it does, I feel like, bring the game into the 20th century fairly well. Element number 69 is thulium. I had a lot of chemistry in university, but I honestly can't remember ever hearing about this element. I was just thinking, oh, I want to look this up and see what it is. Thulium. Okay. Look at that. Little did you know those classes would come in handy when you're watching a video game stream about an Industrial Revolution simulator. While they were surveying from one of the tall mountains of East Switzerland, our surveyors were surprised by a thunderstorm. It stormed and poured with rain. The surveyors sought shelter in their tent, but a lightning strike killed one of them and injured the other. This lightning strike event from the mod comes up a lot. The amount of times lightning strikes our surveyors is outrageous. Okay, let's get another construction sector going because we can afford it. So the iron and tools the companies will build. Wood is an issue. Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's not keep these in the build queue in case the private sector wants to take care of that for us. Members of the intelligentsia, emboldened by the current political climate, are publishing scurrilous anti-government screeds in the newspapers. Why, though? Why you gotta do that? The Chancellor himself has officially opened the University of East Switzerland. Academia is beginning to flourish in Switzerland. Excellent. All right. All right, all right. Still not any closer to forming FIFA, unfortunately. I wonder if it's, like, scripted to happen later in the game. Cholera, one of humanity's worst scourges, has spread to one of our cities. Dark times have begun. We must expect it to spread across the country and take its toll. Stop pestering me. Despite the best efforts of the local government in West Switzerland, the population has begun to succumb to one of the most dangerous parts of any outbreak: panic. Oh, great. So how much turmoil are we talking about here? Oh, look at this. I actually don't mind this agreement at all. Let's do it. Okay. So, yeah, we just upped the penalties from turmoil. Not the turmoil itself. Look at this. This really bumped up. I might actually complete this. The cholera outbreak in West Switzerland appears to have fostered a sense of national unity. The people of the region uniting together to try and fight off the outbreak. Huh. Okay. So, cholera is considered the worst epidemic of the 19th century. It has a similar significance for the Victorian era as the plague in the Middle Ages. It spreads faster than any other disease and comes in a deadly variety. The invention of modern sewage has particular significance in combating cholera. With this technology, a physician can find a treatment for cholera. Even a moderately good health system will help. This all leads to better prevention and cure of the disease. Capital cities that an architect equips with a modern sewer system are in principle protected from cholera outbreaks. In order to defeat cholera once and for all, a vaccine against cholera is needed that is developed by a biologist. Interesting. The upper class of West Switzerland uses its financial resources to leave the area as quickly as possible or to escape to the countryside. A lot of bribes were paid to circumvent quarantine regulations. The common people view this development with contempt. Oh, we'll get a big old bribe. There is a motive. We call him the Great Equalizer. Yeah, we'll let them go. Used in solid state lasers and portable X-rays. Gonna have your own Wilhelm Röntgen. Are you saying that's like how the cholera vaccine is created? All right. So apparently we need to research the modern sewage. Where is that? See, they flipped the tech tree in this. I thought we got that. That's the one thing that I find a little frustrating with this. Is that the texts are all in different places. Oh, modern sewage. Oh, we have it. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, hey, Maximilian, hello. Carl Orff. Oh, he invented the X-ray tube, I believe. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that's cool. So we need somebody. Didn't they say it was a chemist? Or yeah, oh yeah, no, obviously a biologist. Why would I be looking at the chemist? Stupid, stupid. We don't even have an option for a biologist. Went to bed 23, woke up at 4. Oh man. So what the hell? Let's watch out cuts. Nice. When you can't sleep, watch me. Oof, that's rough. I hate nights like that. I have so many like that. Well, talking about beds, I should really grant a visit to mine. Have a nice Swiss run. Yeah, yeah, awesome to have you in, Super Frank. Great chatting and stuff. Good to see you, as always. I'll see you next time. Where do we get a biologist? I mean, maybe it is the physician, right? Yeah, physicians research diseases and try to find cures. Even though it says here we needed... No, yeah, look, they're two different people. I mean, they should be two different people, but... the opposition is using the epidemic to settle scores. It accuses the government of making huge mistakes in combating the epidemic. Yeah, the evangelical church is so far down there, that's fine. Filippo Nuret, leader of the armed forces, has made a remarkable play for power in the capital in order to secure a spot for the armed forces within the government. However, it's not entirely clear if they should be rewarded for their novel tactics. Yeah, we don't need patriotic fervor just yet. Yeah, I don't, discoveries. Oh, these are specimens. I thought they were literally just going to be butterflies. Collected a lot of butterflies. Yeah, I do not know. Yeah, wait, what color is it? Green. Yeah, I don't know. Is it like, do we convert one of these guys? Don't know. Oh, wow. Our budget is just flying. You know what that means? Oh, I spoke too soon. Still gonna do that, though. A rare phenomenon occurred this year. A total solar eclipse appeared over Bern. Emile Plantamore had the unique opportunity to observe it more closely. A very rare phenomenon. All right. So now, excellent there. Yeah, we have much more. We discovered Neptune. Look at that. We actually did it. Oh. Wait, no. Scientists from Belgium told us today that one of their colleagues has discovered the previously unknown planet Neptune. Aw. I thought we did it. Wonk, wonk, wonk. And then this thing, like, I don't understand why we get no progress on it. It keeps adding government expenses. Very strange. The patricians have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. So we get more influence. We don't really need it, though. Yeah, I don't want to lose this. Oh, the whole of Switzerland is breathing a sigh of relief. The authorities have just reported that there are no more cases of cholera in the last disease area. The state of emergency is over. Now it's time to count the dead and return to normality. Normality. All right, we'll do this. All right. Those Belgium always taking the good works of Swiss scientists. Exactly. You know they were cheating off of our paper. I know we did it first. In 1849, the industrialist Alfred Escher was elected president of the National Council for the first time. As a politician, banker, head of an important railway company, and implementer of the Gotthard Tunnel, he was to become one of the most influential figures in Swiss history. Cool. Oh, okay, so he appears. So is he like the agrarian party? What happened? Alright, well, when it comes to this, it's the rural folk that want it. Oops. Yeah, we're gonna have to do this. Law advancement. I swear to God, if this doesn't pass on May 17th. One of our surveyors lost his equipment while climbing a mountain in East Switzerland. Either we have to provide new equipment, or the progress will be slowed down. Ugh. Just lose 10, whatever. The journal entry does say this is going to take a long time to complete. So, we could invade Sardinia Piedmont if we wanted to. Oh, we can't. Why? Oh, we don't have an interest there. Ooh, munitions plants. Absolutely. Oh yeah, although we're gonna need explosives. Where are we building that fertilizer? East Switzerland. We should have built it in West Switzerland. Damn. Where's the lead? In both. Jesus, Why? Why do you always do that to me? Okay. Oh, because I can't. Okay. Modern astronomy, excellent. I want to get this sooner rather than later because we're thinking of going to war. Do the French have sulfur? No, not really. What about the Austrians? No, nobody really has sulfur, huh? That's great. Oh my god. The Spanish market, you guys. Ooh, do you need lead, Spain? I would love to sell you some. Of course, we can't do goods transfers. Unbelievable. What about Baden? What an awful picture. An epidemic has broken out in one of our states. Diphtheria is ravaging in West Switzerland. This is like playing like Crusader Kings, like a couple updates ago, where you're just getting pandemics left and right. Oh God. Just pass already. Alright, where can we find it? What countries have it? France, you do. Belgium. Yep, still can't do goods transfer, so. Alright, so you sell me some sulfur. Yeah, they won't. Oh, well, I guess. Oh, the Belgian market. Or two Sicilies. Ah. Well, they have surplus. Yeah, let's get an interest over there. Oh yeah, we're gonna need an interest there anyway if we're gonna invade Sardinia Piedmont. Now, the explosives we can also use elsewhere, like in the iron mines. What an awful icon. Arms to factories complete. The industrialists have expressed their satisfaction with the direction being taken by the country and its newly built factories. Yeah, let's take that. Ah, we have protectionism. Okay. So we're getting a much better price there. Pharmaceuticals. Yeah, we still don't have a health system because I don't want to give it to the church. Yes, let's get us some National Guard. We're pretty much all volunteer or conscripted army. Hey, Roger. Hello, hello. Heading to watch part 1. Had to leave early today. Oh, nice. Hello, YouTube. Yes, hello to you. How you doing? Now we can get a healthcare service. Yeah. After we can get National Guard and put more people into the military. Yes. Yes. Heading to watch part 1. And then this one will be ready for you. So yeah, once we finish this munitions plant and then upgrade these guys, I think then we'll go. We will need... Here we go, yeah, a defensive strategist. Ooh, we're losing quite a bit of mones, though. Alright, 4 now, temporarily. Portrait of Guillermo de Riche is still missing from the official gallery of Switzerland's heads of state. Martin Distelli is considered an obvious candidate to properly showcase the ruler. Yeah, we don't want to lose that money. Fundamental changes in audience tastes. Oh, nice. Okay. Fundamental changes in audience tastes due to political, social, and cultural changes in the country have led to a change in the preference for a literary genre in Switzerland. Are we saying our country's main preference is now science fiction? Because that's awesome. Madeleine Mazin graduated at the top of her class in one of our universities. In a field dominated by men, she was able to finish her studies in record time and is eager to start working in her field. She is a brilliant... All right, what do we need? Maybe a paleontologist. Get us some dinos. Yes, give us a paleontologist. Look at this, I love it. Our collection is currently managed by our paleontologist. All right. Building railway in Wallonia. I shouldn't have kept this stuff on the build queue. Thanks to the support of Guillaume Henri Dufour, a well-known surveyor, the progress to create the topographic map has taken a huge leap. Excellent. All right, so we are at the 2-hour mark, so we're going to take a quick break. To pay homage to the gods of ads, so that nobody has to watch an ad during play. So we'll take a 90-second break, and then we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're off. Let's go, let's go. All right. All right. They have a company building some trade centers for us here. I wonder if we have any regional HQs in our country yet. Nope, not yet. Good. More sheets were published, this time focused on Bern and Fribourg. Okay. More tooling. Yeah, we can use more glass. Oh yeah, I haven't been looked at the mobilization options for our army. During the surveying work in East Switzerland, our surveyors came into conflict with the rural inhabitants of the region. Apparently, they were disturbing a funeral with their work. As always, it seems. Alright, how much would it be to fund it? Fund this thing, because I think we'll get... Yeah, look at that additional expenses. Alright. Maybe this will help us get our irrigation system. So we got the explosives factory. Oops. Okay. So I suppose we make iron a little bit better. Oh, we don't have nitroglycerin yet. Oh, I forgot we were still getting that on tech spread. Interesting, though, we are getting rifling. That will help us, actually. When we go to war, and we're going to need... And we start getting conscripts, and we need more guns. Oh... Wait, what? What's, yeah. Okay, I thought maybe our barracks weren't fully hired for a second there. We could use... Honestly, yeah, I don't know if national militia is the way to go. I should have switched to professional army before. We have people. The severe diphtheria epidemic that has held our country in a stranglehold has reached its end. Doctors and authorities give the all clear. Children dare to go out on the streets again. Older people are relieved. Great. Everybody wants to climb our mountains. An influential faction within the rural folk has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of National Guard. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. All right. Oof. Oh, yeah, yeah. So, I forgot here. Mobilization options. Not looking good. So we need... Oh, and now we are at our infrastructure. Okay. So yeah, we'll do a railway here. Do a railway there. Who has more wheat? Yeah, here. So we need some food industries. We're gonna do 5 of them because we need them. Sure. You do the apple orchards here, and you do the potatoes. Oh yeah, hold on. And we have the fertilizer now. So let's make sure we are using it. Oh yeah, and let's utilize that. Dr. Favre is a, Dr. Favre is a promising talent from the scientific community. He qualified as a geologist. Oh, okay, we have a geologist. What's going on with that paleontologist? I want some dino bones. Okay. During his stay in Switzerland, the composer Richard Wagner wrote numerous treatises on music and art that were to become groundbreaking for the German and international understanding of aesthetics. Well, thank you, Wagner. Some anonymous members of the intelligentsia have been self-publishing newspapers that lampoon Guillaume de Riche. Guillermo de Riche. Take that one. Okay, Ottomans. What are you going to give me? Give me a Monet. How about that? So this is really just 29. And we can't do any goods transfers, of course. Seriously, you don't want to you don't want to give anything. Give me trade privileges. All right. Not bad. Have you ever been in the Sahara? Yes, I have. Laguat is right outside of it, and so my cousins have taken me out into the Sahara. One of my I don't know what the word would be for this person's relation to me, but my my cousin's husband. So her brother, my other cousin, him and my cousin's husband took us out into the Sahara. He does like professional like truck racing, I guess, in the Sahara. So he has like a truck that can go through sand dunes and everything. And so basically, we just went out there like joyriding. It was amazing, and and a little scary because on the way home we got stuck. We had to like dig ourselves out. And surprisingly, once you get under the top layer of the sand gets really cold. I was very surprised by that. So yeah, I've been out there. I mean, obviously, I haven't been out into like the middle of the Sahara, although I guess Laguat is already kind of out there. But yeah, I have been out. I have been out in the Sahara. Our observatory has found a previously unknown beautiful nebula with numerous unknown stars. Very cool. All right. I never had such an opportunity, so I got a bit jealous there. But then I realized that after 30 minutes on the sand dunes, the desert is boring for the rest of your life. Yeah. Yeah, I have to say, if I wasn't like joyriding in a truck doing like donuts on sand dunes, you know, it is what it is. Although it is beautiful, I have to say. It's just a beautiful setting. And I might think that just because I've never been in a setting like that before. This was like my first experience in it. But it was really cool. And we basically had like a picnic out there too, which was kind of cool. I brought like some snacks and tea. Our surveyors nearly got lost in East Switzerland, but a few locals were able to help them and even offered a place to stay and information on the fastest paths. This will surely help the map to get finished faster. Hey, Sharky boy, hello, hello. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. How you doing? Hey, I didn't get to I didn't mention it the other times that that multiplayer game you hosted sounded like it went pretty well. I read some of the chat afterward, and I think I saw a little bit of Darth Aiden's VOD of it. Doing good, doing good. What's the goal for this run? This run is kind of more of an open goal. So we're playing with the Morgenrote mod. So it's more so just kind of exploring the mod, because... Oh, yes, there we go. I'm only doing this mod. It was the earlier session today and then this one. So this one is just kind of a be awesome run. Just testing the mod. With the recent investment in West Switzerland, the raw goods industry has resulted in a positive balance for the logging camps there. Interest groups are quick to try to claim credit. Do you have an earring? No, I'm wearing AirPods just for headphones. I don't have an earring. Ignaz Venetz and Alphonse Favre today presented their new apparatus for recording seismic activity. The seismometer. Oh my god, I can't speak. Seismometer is the first step towards better detecting earthquakes. Ooh, what do we want? Let's take the experience. After years of digging and learning, our geologist, Dr. Favre, is now experienced. Okay. Yeah, it was definitely a success. Planning on hosting another for 1.10. Oh, awesome. When you post that, I will really try to see if I could be free for it. I would love to do it. It's so hard to find the amount of time that you need to be free for it, but I do want to do it. I need to get into more multiplayer. I don't do multiplayer enough. More sheets were published, this time focused on Zurich and Aargau. How can it be possible that my hometown is hotter than your hometown in the border of a freaking desert? Oh, you mean like today, or just like in general? Because my dad used to tell me stories about when he was a kid that not in that in Lagua, yeah, that in like the summer, there were certain times, like in the middle of the day, they would shut the roads down. The cars couldn't drive on the road because like the tar on the road would start to like melt a little bit, so cars couldn't drive. Never mind, scratch that. I compared mean daily with mean daily high. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Because at night it gets really cold. It's really surprising. Like I've been there at night and been like shivering at night. Like how the hell am I shivering? I'm in the Sahara. Journalistic spirit. In Switzerland, everyone from the upper strata to the lower strata read newspapers. The masses consume a wide variety of news through newspapers, from tense incidents between countries far away abroad to the bizarre murder of a local prostitute. Oh, okay. Ooh, we will take the +3 standard of living for the lower strata for 10 years. Thank you very much. I would love at some point to do a stream of Switzerland, like a full run, not on a mod. Seems like an interesting dynamic to play. Oh, okay, hold on. We have our munitions plants. All right. So let's upgrade everybody. The most prominent members of West Switzerland high society have been seen organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. We get a mean daily high of 31.3 Celsius, 88 Fahrenheit. Oof. In July here, and you get over 97 degrees Fahrenheit. You're by far hotter in the day. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And it makes sense to me that when you were comparing mean daily, you would be higher. Because like I said, the temperature fluctuation is crazy. Or at least much more than like I'm used to. Our country is invited to an astronomy congress organized by Great Britain. The most important question deals with the fate of the previous planet, Ceres. It is not a planet. Oh, nitroglycerin. This is good, actually, for us. One thing I haven't seen on the wiki that is interesting is the demography of political movements it lists under the supporting pop section. It makes very early university expansion a good idea. Oh, this is true. Yeah. Do you mean like, yeah, because if you do a lot of universities early on, you get a lot more intelligentsia, political strength, and the liberal movement strength. Yeah, that's kind of true, right? Plus, in general, getting a higher boost to tech early game is good. And so you get that benefit from the universities as well. Yeah, in the middle of the Sahara, it can go from +50 to -50 in the night Celsius. Yeah, I know. Like that, that switch, that change is drastic. Here's my obligatory. Do you have investment rights in Great Britain? I do. And I have them with all these people. And they're not building much, I can tell you that. Like, let's take a look at... yeah, Great Britain has built all of nothing in my country. The Astronomical Congress has written its final declaration. Oh, good, we got Fieldworks finally. 3 celestial bodies that were once traded as planets are now declared as asteroids. The solar system has 9 planets. We are tired of building up India. Yeah, right. Academics and clerks grow specific movement attraction too. Yeah. Yeah, academics and clerks. Yeah, this is very true, right? And so you get those universities early on, you could do that. I was just saying earlier, it's funny because like in my tutorial videos, I always talk, especially for small nations, I talk about how, you know, do not sleep on universities, build up your university so you can catch up on tech. Because especially when you're a small nation, you really need to catch up on tech. And the one thing I do in every run is forget to build up my tech. Something I loved in the last Dev Diary, I've never really noticed before, that like, so this is like a logging camp right here. Like they really have specific things to highlight the like the industries and the wealth of your pops and everything on the map. I love that. I never zoom into the map enough. Oh, we have frost going, huh? Here at Sharky Boy Gaming, we love India. When India's working for you, in the last run as Romania, India hated us. They were always opposing us in everything. Fun fact, Algeria and Greece have the same size of an economy. That makes a lot of sense to me. Makes a lot of sense. Algeria has not taken good care of their economy. They rely way too much on oil, which isn't a bad economy to have, but like you can do a lot more as well. We love the drug economy. Yeah, there you go. That's why we love India in Victoria 3. They got the drugs. And Kentucky. And Kentucky. Ouch. When you put it that way, that hurts. Kentucky in this time period was booming. Kentucky is all coal. We also rely way too much on oil. The olive kind. Yeah, very true, right? Very true. 2 oils. A little bit, but just a little bit different. Probably not their choice. A lot of bullying. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Although, no, in our last one was Romania. They were an independent India. Alright, so start hiring that up. Having the Greek economy size is not bad if you have a population of 10 million. It's twice the world average in productivity. Nice. But Algeria have now almost 50 million people. Yeah. It shows you how much the government is taking care of the people. That's what happens when you live under dictatorship for decades. That's what happens when you live under colonialism for a long, long time, and then go from that directly into dictatorship, and then to civil war. A dispute between representatives of the new German school and the more conservative representatives has led to a public scandal. A full-blown war between the two factions is already raging in the press. It's time for Switzerland to stand behind their artists. Support the new German school. Where did your oil comment go? Oh, I don't know. I see it here. You mean the one we also rely way too much on oil? The olive kind? +4 in aid drives up fast unless you play ball. Or yeah, +4 in aid dries up fast unless you play ball. This is true. You always hold that over someone's head, right? Unfortunately. So we do know our military can use this, because we're going to have that. So yeah, we have, like, no access to tobacco. We don't have access to much. Liquor is really the only one I think we can do. But we do need the food industries. So once we get these food industries, I think maybe we can go after Sardinia Piedmont. Ooh, what company is this? La Presse. Oh my god, look at all these industries they have. Oh, well, actually, that's just like ours. Yeah, none of our guys... Okay. Gotta... So, we are going to subsidize this. So I feel like we can export it, and this will get our lead mines working a little bit more. With the price of grain soaring across the country, the Conservative Party is finding itself under relentless pressure from the opposition, accused of recklessly toying with the welfare of its citizens. Ooh, yeah. Okay, we don't want to give too much to the Conservative Party at the moment. During the surveying work in West Switzerland, our surveyors came into conflict with the rural inhabitants of the region. Apparently, they were disturbing a funeral with their work. Yeah, always with that. Always with that. While meeting to discuss ideas, Melchoir Valar and Filippo Neret enjoyed a civil and enlightening conversation. Most expected a brawl. Yeah, the Liberal Democrats. We will take that. Don't think they're going to catch up, though. Ah, nice. Oh, what is this? Advanced rifles. Ah. The advanced weapons developed by your military engineer. Jesus. The overwhelming majority of the followers of the traditional school won the dispute over the future of music. Whether the content is correct is of secondary importance. The mass of contributions to debates and polemics determines the public image. Okay, so we have some mobilization options here. Wait, so I see all this stuff. Where's advanced rifles? Oh, here it is. Oh, we need a military engineer. Is that... Oh, I see. So this is a civil engineer. Yeah, let's specialize as a military engineer. Will this get rid of the project here? We don't seem to be getting any progress on it. Let's stop it. More sheets were published, this time focused on Vaud and Valais. Interesting, okay. Okay, so now... Yeah, let's do advanced rifles. Your military engineer, Dr. Vinetz, focuses on developing advanced rifles for your army. The project will get progress every month. Once progress reaches 180, you'll get access to the new mobilization option or raise its tier. Oh, you know, I forgot. I don't think we can afford the work teams for this. The ongoing election has drawn attention to the platforms of the various contending parties. Across Switzerland, the electorate debates which party is worth trusting with the next term of government. Let's give it to these guys. All right. What are we doing with subventions here? Well, what are we subsidizing? Oh, yeah, the munitions plant. Subventions on iron, wood fabric. Yeah, we don't need a lot of that stuff. Let's get rid of the one there. Wood. Well, we'll lower it a little bit. Yeah, we don't need the one on fabric. In East Switzerland, paleontologists have discovered rock formations millions of years old. Numerous fossils are likely to be slumbering in this massive formation, probably even well-preserved skeletons that we could only dream of until now. Okay. What else are we doing subventions on? Oh, yeah, the merchant marines. Full lead. Full on lead. Artillery, dye, sulfur. We kind of need the ones on dye and sulfur, but I'm not sure about artillery. Oh, we definitely don't need that on artillery anymore. Jeez, I forgot I had that still. Alright. Alright, so this is down to a much more manageable thing. Now, the subvention on munitions. So the explosives. Yeah, and for them, it's the sulfur. We really need more. Who's the main exporter? Sicily. Well, we have an interest there now. We make some type of deal. Oh, I keep forgetting. We can't do goods transfers. We can't do the goods transfers. Well, let's do trade privileges at least. Then we can get a better price for it. Ooh, yeah, let's do a defensive pact. I'll take that. Alright, the Agrarian Party. Oh, they took it. Nice. Okay, that's good. Whoa, wait a second. Oh man, our intelligentsia is marginalized. Was not expecting that. That's a plot twist. Look at this, we just have everybody in government. I don't think I've ever truly had this. Just everybody. Okay. Alright, hold on here. We're not passing anything. Let's get a health system. Oh, oh my god. I didn't realize, too, the, evangelical church is marginalized. The only thing we can really get is private health insurance right now. Ugh, it's the American way. Yikes. Oh, actually, and I wanted to switch to professional army. Well, we've got some time before we're gonna get there. We also need more government admin. We need to keep a surplus of that. Yeah, private health insurance. It's our only option at the moment, unfortunately. But better than nothing. So we have a railroad here now, right? We do. Ooh, let's do that. +5 innovation. Well, we were trying something different after all. Yeah, there's a lot of play. I've done a lot of different playstyle choices in this one since it's a mod run. Look at that, we got a lot of innovation changes for this. Add a national library in. Now, I would really like this company to reach prosperity. Why are the paper mills? Hey, the bomb. Hello, hello. Currently playing Persia and have tons of opium, mainly in one province. How do I export it? I'm just doing I'm doing a good transfer to Qing because I am incompetent. Also, dang, I love paper companies. Yeah, they are great, right? And this one in particular is pretty good. So the main thing you want to do in general when you want to get more exports going is... So one thing you can start doing just to jumpstart it is give yourself a little subvention on the export. Then once you start exporting it, you can look at, like if you have like a bad import price and a negative relative advantage, you can look at here like the relevant markets. And they'll show it to you here as well. You can also just go here and see who's the biggest importer. So, like, let's say for coal, if we wanted to improve the relative trade advantage of coal. So the biggest importers are Qing, Sicily, Russia. So the very first thing you do is just declare an interest in one of those regions. And so that'll be the first step to giving you a little bit better of a trade advantage. Then getting trade privileges with some of the bigger importers will help you out. And then that will improve your relative trade advantage. Now, the other thing you can do to improve your trade advantage is down here you see your percentage of the global advantage compared to your global trade volume. So you want your global advantage to be higher than your trade volume. So the more you're producing, the more global advantage that you'll need. And so you'll see here what's giving you the advantage, right? And you see here what the total advantage of everybody who is exporting the good is. So things you can do is, one, like increase your trade capacity. Your trade centers and your market capital will have more of a benefit. You could switch to free trade or mercantilism. Both of these will give you benefits trade advantage on exports. Mercantilism will give you trade advantage on exports, but a hit on imports. And if you get free trade, it gives you trade advantage on both directions. Scribbles notes furiously, yeah. So those are the best ways to increase your trade advantage. And that'll help your trade centers export it more. I would say, though, something with opium, anything under like the luxury goods, it's going to take some time for other markets to like kind of get addicted to the good, for lack of a better term. So keeping the export subsidized for a period of time is probably a pretty good idea until you start to see more people, start to import it. And then eventually you can start to lower that subsidy down to this. That's probably the best way to do it. And then, of course, like you were saying, with country-to-country treaty deals where they buy it off of you directly is always good. Don't forget, too, you can use it as a mobilization option for your armies. Yeah, of course. Of course. Gottlieb Zuberbuehler, a petite bourgeoisie member, insists that his newspaper should be given priority in reporting government announcements. Oh boy, a lot of stuff here. Okay. So we get some approval from the petite bourgeoisie. We got a little bit more loyalists, but our newspaper and books output goes down for 10 years. We can afford a hit to the petite bourgeoisie. Let's do that. Sounds like a dope mobilization option. Yeah, I know. Just feed everybody drugs. And then when you unlock this mod moved everything around. No. Yeah, modern nursing. You can do field hospitals, which will also utilize opium and gives you a plus 40% recovery rate, which is massive. So if you can research modern nursing, and then well, this looks a little bit different just because of the mod, but yeah, medical support and utilize field hospitals, you'll get a massive boost to recovery rate, which is great, and then it'll utilize some of that opium input. Ooh, trade privileges with Great Britain. I don't mind that. Influential social clubs in West Switzerland have been pressing for expanded rights for women, particularly when it comes to academia. Education is a fundamental right. Oh, look at this. Everybody switches to feminist. Okay. Or reformer. Well, that's not so bad. We can get cultural exclusion. We might go to reformer. Oh, labor movement. Hello, hello. We could get people on board with cultural exclusion. Although, I keep forgetting, though, everybody in our country is fully accepted. We'll go with this. Our surveyors nearly got lost in West Switzerland, but a few locals were able to help them and even offered a place to stay and information on the fastest paths. This will surely help the map get finished faster. Man, I mean, I feel like a goal for the run is just finish this first journal entry. I mean, it does say this will take a long time and cost a bit, but damn, they weren't joking with that one. All right. Let's see. Additional work teams. Nah. I'm wondering if mapping the US, China, Brazil takes forever. Oh, yeah, right? That's true. Yeah, I wonder if it takes longer based on the size of your country. In response to some newspapers reporting the scandal of Jonas Führer, I'd like to think of him as Führer, who belongs to the intelligentsia. We were not able to find more astronomical objects than Saxony. The members of that thing are utterly disappointed. What a pity. Aww. He claims that the articles are untrue and defamatory. Yeah, we'll just do that. Brazil hasn't even been fully mapped yet. Yeah, that's true, right? Isn't that crazy? In 2025. Yeah, I wonder then. Yeah, I wonder what the journal entry is if you place Brazil. Well, it was 17-6 when you started with Saxony. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's so much going on in this mod that I feel like there's no way to fully grasp everything in one run. I think that's how much they've really added to this. Must be like the most in-depth mod. Maybe not, but this is a pretty in-depth mod. With the calls for some form of healthcare system, many are questioning where the money for setting up the new healthcare system will come from. Some are suggesting simply taking it out of our tax funds, while others insist the government should find another way to cover the costs. I do feel like, though, this is definitely... Yeah, we'll take the hit. A mod that will make... I think this is a mod more geared towards larger nations. I would be interested to see, like, a small nation, how this mod would work there, because I feel like a lot of this stuff you wouldn't be able to utilize for a while. Emile Bernat of the Evangelical Church criticized the Chronicle, the Conservative Party newspaper in West Switzerland, of which Gottlieb Zuberbuehler is the owner, as being like a government PR paper. which isn't at all a criticism of the mod. I think it makes sense that like something with a lot of content you would just need a larger country for. Oh, we do have a regional HQ now. Who did it? Who did it to us? Belgium. Look at that. An iron mine and 7 trade. Oh, the trade centers. Look at that. Yeah, they own the majority of them. Oh my god, everybody has a hand in our trade center. I think we can stop subsidizing. How's the munitions plant still not profitable? So what about the iron mines? Will this help them? Oof, no, it will not. All right, all right. Oh, well, we can take the subsidy off of this now. Now they are really going. Yeah, so we have good prices on most everything. So the biggest one for coal would be the Russian market. Metsura has proposed a calculation of the real age of the Earth. The scientist considers the previous measurements to be incorrect and estimates the age of the Earth to be significantly higher. Since our geologist is one of the esteemed representatives of this subject, we were also sent a copy of the thesis. Who is supposed to believe this pseudo-geological nonsense? Nah, let's believe it. I'll take his word for it. Farmers in East Switzerland have been making appeals to the government about the dangers of the equipment they are using and would like to have some sort of health care to reduce the hardship for them. You want health care? Ooh. I'm just going to click this because I want to see if we can get over 100%. No. Look at this. 100% success, 0% stall. If on November 7th, this thing doesn't progress to study, I'm going to flip this desk over. Hey, the water tube boiler. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Okay. What are tools in our market? Very good. Why? Why? I guess because we'd have a massive overabundance. What if we did it with coal and lead? Nope. Oh yeah, okay, that's just, yeah, we have an abundance of them. Oof. Well, I think we're at our stopping point for the night. So this is a pretty cool mod, I have to say. I think there's a lot to this mod. So definitely, like, you would need, like, I feel like a full run in this mod to really explore everything. And I feel like it's so much that you would need a full run just to, like, get the hang of it, and then another run to really do it. I think my biggest regret of this is that we didn't get anywhere close to forming FIFA. If I did a full run in this mod, that would, like, be my only goal, is to form FIFA and win the World Cup. This combining my two historical favorite games, Victoria 3 and Football Manager. That would be my goal if I did a full run of this game. And yes, FIFA, I would play as the United States just so the US could form FIFA and win a World Cup. That would be my goal in the run. There you go, Maximilian. And then after I form FIFA and win the World Cup with the US, I'll do a second run with Greece and form FIFA there and then win the World Cup. But yeah, this is definitely a very cool mod. Highly recommend. 5 stars. Thumbs up. But that's gonna be it for our Morgenröte Switzerland run. And so the next time we're on is our next ModKutz run. So the next time I'm on will be Thursday morning. We're going to do another mod run. We're going to be doing the Australia and New Zealand flavor pack. So we'll be traveling down here. But it's very cool. I've looked at the map on that one. Most of this is decentralized. You start with a little sliver down here. And it's basically like Hail Columbia, the Hail Columbia mod, but for Australia. So that'll be what we're doing on Thursday. I will play this mod with the Greek flavor mod. That would be cool, yeah. Although, once National Awakening comes out, that'll be another level of Greek flavor for you. It's funny because the FIFA HQ are in Zurich, too. Yeah, I know. That's why I thought, like, that would be a cool thing to try to do as Switzerland. Try to form FIFA and keep it historical. It would be cool if they added, like, a little building in Zurich for, like, the FIFA headquarters. But alas, we didn't even get a coach. But yeah, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. As always, it's always fun to have everybody on. I would think so, but from a little bit I saw is that the Greek flavor mod is crazy. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I thought, though, I had read on some Reddit post that they incorporated some of that Greek flavor mod into National Awakening. They actually used some of the stuff there. But maybe not. Maybe my brain's just not working. I'm sure there's a FIFA mod somewhere. Yeah. There should be. There should be. Victoria 3 FIFA. That would be amazing. Try to keep corruption up, or keep corruption down, or maybe keep corruption up. Keep it historical. They had proper ideologies and journal entries that are taught in high school, university, like advanced stuff. That's amazing. So this is one thing I love. One of the things I love the most about this game. All the history you get to learn from it. All right, my friends. This was fun. This was fun. This is helping us get closer and closer to National Awakening on Tuesday next week. But we will do Australia, New Zealand on Thursday. Oh, like for example, the language dispute. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. You wouldn't expect that from a Paradox mod. I know Paradox mods, man. I think it's because Paradox cultivates that that environment. That I feel like they embrace modding a lot. They want you to mod. In fact, like in one of the dev diaries, I think they had said when they introduced law variants, they were like, they basically were like, modders, please have fun with this. Do your thing. Imagine modding a FIFA game into something where you have to make the industries to manufacture balls. Yeah. Right? Like you're in here and you're like, oh no, I'm short on balls in my country. That would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, that's the one thing Football Manager doesn't overlooks the economy aspect around your team. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks for the fun stream. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming in and watching and chatting. I appreciate it. But that'll be it for tonight. So thank you, everybody. So yeah, well, next time I'll be on will be Thursday morning. Check that out. And then other than that, have a good rest of your night, everybody. And as always, be awesome. I'll see you next time.